What is the burden of proof when appealing a court decision? Have you ever wondered what happens after a court decision is made and someone wants to challenge it? The process of filing an appeal is quite fascinating and involves a specific burden of proof. So, what exactly is that burden? When a party, known as the appellant, files an appeal, they take on the responsibility to prove that the trial court made a significant legal error. This is not about proving facts like in the original trial. Instead, the appellant must show that the lower court's decision was incorrect based on the legal standards and the record from the trial. To succeed, the appellant needs to identify specific errors in the trial court's proceedings or judgment. These errors must be shown to have materially affected the outcome of the case. This means the mistakes were not just minor or harmless, they had a real impact on the final decision. The appellate court typically gives deference to the trial court's factual findings. This means they usually do not overturn these findings unless the appellant can demonstrate that the decision was clearly erroneous or arbitrary. The standard for this is often described as proving reversible error. When it comes to legal questions, such as interpreting laws or constitutional issues, the appellate court reviews these matters more freshly. In this case, the appellant's job is to convince the appellate court that the trial court's legal conclusions were wrong. Interestingly, the party opposing the appeal, known as the appellee, does not usually have a burden of proof. Their role is to argue that the trial court's decision was correct and should remain unchanged. The appeal relies heavily on the trial record, which includes transcripts and evidence presented during the trial. New evidence is generally not allowed in this stage. The appellant must craft written briefs and present oral arguments that clearly explain why the trial court's decision should be reversed or modified. In essence, the burden of proof when appealing a court decision requires the appellant to demonstrate that the trial court made a significant legal or procedural error. This process is distinct from the original trial and focuses on legal argumentation and the existing trial record. Understanding this burden is essential for anyone considering an appeal in the judicial process.